I'm a Ugandan, but a global citizen because I've lived in Africa, Europe, North America, visited most of the parts of the world. So I am a global citizen, but African, a Pan-Africanist at heart, and a conservationist who believes that not so much in conservation as an end in itself, but conservation tied to the aspirations of Africans. I'm a husband, I am a father, and a brother to many Africans. That's an interesting question because I'm not a traditional conservationist. I didn't study ecology. I am not a doctor, as some people think I am. I'm not. I stumbled on conservation by accident through education, work, and questions, curiosity, just asking questions on how things work in this world, and came to a place of understanding that nothing successful unless nature supports that, and therefore I started reading and digging further, and found myself a strong believer in conservation, and I've interacted with scientists and ecologists for about 20 years, and so I know a little bit about their experiences, but I'm mostly a political scientist, anthropologist, and international legal mind. Well, it's really mostly easy to have a conversation with Africans on how our relationship should be with wildlands and wildlife for our future. And because of my experience, I've been so fortunate to work on several conservation projects here in Africa, but also abroad. So that experience, I use that to represent wildlife that don't speak in many of the conversations I have with people who speak. So in many ways, I would like to, from politics, sociology, and anthropology, not ecological science, understand what wildlife in political discussions would want, what wildlife in sociological discussions would like, what wildlife would say in a legal conversation. That's what I do. Development work and support human life, fighting poverty, fighting gender rights, rural development, food security. That's what I really wanted to do. And I picked this I come from a family where many of my elders have been involved in development work. And I thought, and my father was in politics, so I thought that the future really is to go and do rural development and as such. And that's where I started from. I just happened, my first development project just happened to send me in the middle of a national park. That's when my story started, when I was helping a fishing village in the middle of a national park in Uganda for water, fresh water. I saw wildlife around them and nobody cared. And I started saying, if Africans, we continue just taking these things for granted that provide what I'm providing people, then we're in trouble. It's my children, my family, of the success of my family everything we do, however small, whether it's sports, whether it's in achievements at a family, at a household level, makes me smile. But at a larger level, it's everything African for me. It's the success of Africa in a globalized world. I'm not a Pan-African who discusses African outside a globalized world. My context of Africa is Africa's position in the world. So with the rest of the world, not Africa's position as if Africa exists on its own. As I hear some Pan-Africanists sometimes discuss Africa. I discuss Africa within a global community and what our role is and power and relationship that will look like. And every success Africa makes, that, I'm excited, I'm happy. Their future depends on nature in all form. Their future depends on how them and their friends and human species relates, manages, relates, contributes, benefits from nature. My perfect picture of retirement is really being able to afford continuous life of learning and of travel. The more I interact with different species, including people, you learn. You appreciate who you are. And I hope that if I retire, I won't be tired. I'll retire but not tired. And I'll be able to just gain more time to do that without having to work, but just sit back and just absorb and observe the interactions that I perhaps will have with the other humans and other species on this planet in different locations of the world.